That's the sound of happiness. The noise of foot peg scraping is the sound of happiness. Hi guys, this is Shiraz from Bike Advice, and today I have with me the Indian Scout. I had reviewed this in 2015, February of 2015. However, that was a text review. So I thought that, why not do a video review for you guys. Uh, in fact, I just came back from, an approximately 900 kilometers a weekend trip to the hills. In fact, if you remember, readers who have read the Scout review of 2015, I had reviewed the bike in the city, and I had mentioned that this is one motorcycle, that I would like to take to the hills, and because of course I was so impressed with its handling that I wanted to see whether it can scrape its foot pegs, in the corners, in the twisties. And you know what? Let me show it to you right now. Can you see this? So that's round, and this is now, I flattened it. So it has an 1133cc engine. In cubic, it can be said that in American terms, that's 69 cubic inches. So of course you can perhaps someday see someone with the Indian Scout with a 69 badge on the tank or elsewhere. Anyway, that doesn't sound, or it would not look appropriate to me. But then yes, 69 cubic inches, that's a capacity. In fact, that is why the Scout 60, it's known as Scout 60 because that bike's capacity is 60 cubic inches. So this one, again getting back to the Scout, this one produces around 100 horsepower, which is the best in segment. Alright, normally you'll have these, in fact let me tell you that this motorcycle, the direct competitor is Harley Davidson 48. That's a 1200cc motorcycle that produces 68 bhp if I'm 68 horsepower if I'm not wrong. Also, the torque produced by this motor, the Scout's motor, is 97.7 Newton meter, and the Harley that produces somewhere around 96 Newton meter if I'm not wrong. So while I'm doing the comparison, I'm telling you the specs. Let me quickly tell you that this one has perhaps the lowest saddle height, in the segment and perhaps of all cruisers. If I remember correctly, this is 635 which translates to around 25 inches above the ground. So even for a person like me, let me show it to you. So I am just above 5 feet tall, and this is the only bike, see my even my shoes are dirty right now because I just came back from that trip and it was raining like hell over there. I'll talk about that in a while. So yes, this is the only bike wherein I can flat foot properly. So that basically means that anyone, in fact I had mentioned that in my review as well, anyone who is like 4 feet 5 inches tall to 6'5", would be comfortable on this bike. Why I say even taller people would be comfortable on this bike? So right now, the ergonomics are almost perfect. I say almost, why? Because right now in city riding, this is the perfect riding posture wherein you have to lean forward a little. However, and this is something that I noticed while I was riding, in the hills, and again in the hills also it's good, but then on arrow straight roads, especially on long hauls, since you are leaning forward and your feet are also forward. I don't know about you, but then for me, it the back of my neck, that starts to get hurt. Of course, I'm talking to myself when this gentleman who's having a gutka right now, is moving back and checking what's happening. and I guess he doesn't know that his having the gutka pan masala is getting recorded anyway. So that's tobacco. Tobacco is injurious to health, and anyway, guys, this is the first time I'm doing a video log review. So please pardon me if I make mistakes. I haven't even had breakfast. I have to return the bike, okay, in an hour. Okay, so I'll have to wrap this up quickly. This is 8:15. The person would be. I have to give the bike back at exactly 9 o'clock. So let's ride. Let me see if I can talk about more things while I'm sitting. Yes, this is an accessory. Okay, Indian accessory. This is of course not an Indian accessory, but it holds your phone. That's an aftermarket thingy. This is an accessory, this is an accessory, this is an accessory, the pair, this is an accessory, this is an accessory as well. So in a stock bike you get a saddle for the rider, and I don't know why they believe that if you're buying such a bike, you would not have a better half, or perhaps they want the better half to get another bike or another Indian, or perhaps they are discouraging you, from having company of the opposite sex or of the same sex. I don't know. Anyway, this bike has done more than 22,000 kilometers, and in fact, when I first, got the bike, so 22,560 kilometers. I have done 888 kilometers until now. Okay. So let's ride. Let's ride. And it does not get a fuel gauge. Okay, the moment there is low fuel, I guess half a gallon as per American standards. That's what the website tells me. So 1 gallon is, I guess, approximately 3.5 liters if I'm not wrong. So half gallon would be what? Close to 1.75 liters. Okay, if my math is correct. Then this low fuel light comes on, and there is no distance to empty indicator or anything like that. Ideally, it should have had it. It should have it, and I did mention in my text review as well that they do have an option of an analog fuel gauge, but that has to be standard. Come on, if you don't have a distance to empty, you should at least have a fuel gauge. Talking about that, this bike, when I was riding in the city, that was so people are happy. People are really happy when they see this bike. Okay, all right. Okay. So yes, I don't know why the driver is behaving like that, because the people are really happy. People are really happy when they see this bike. You can see that, and it makes you feel good. Anyway, so yes, talking about fuel efficiency. Sorry. You should not be overtaking from the left, you imbecile. And I should not be switching lanes without indicating, so that's my bad as well. Okay, so the guy is in a hurry, I'll let him pass. Thank you. Okay, I guess I need to get the hell out of here. Okay, so I have to shout. I do not have a fancy mic or anything like that. The mic the inbuilt mic in the video cam, that's capturing the audio as well. Of course, that's capturing the audio. So I don't know what's wrong with people. Why they have to be on my behind? They have to tailgate me. Okay, but I have more power. 100 horses, sir. And this thing revs. This thing revs unlike, most cruisers. I believe the red line is around 9,000 RPM. That's crazy. Alright, so talking about the fuel efficiency, I was talking about the low fuel light and everything. The fuel efficiency in the hills. Okay, so that place where I went, that's Kumar Hatti in Solan, that's in Himachal, Solan district, Himachal, near Shimla. So I did somewhere around 200 kilometers in plains and 100 kilometers, in the hills. So when I reached and I could gather, in fact, I checked the fuel efficiency. Once I had ridden 300 kilometers in the hills, okay, and 200 in plains. So yes, 300 kilometers, 300 kilometers in the hills and 200 kilometers in the plains. It gave me 16.54, 16.54 kilometers per liter. And so while I was coming back, uh, I categorically noted. So it so happened I was lucky that the moment I had crossed the hills and I was in the plains. Delhi was 200 kilometers away. So it was just a arrow straight road, as straight as they can get in India. Okay, and so 200 kilometers of almost arrow straight roads, and I was keeping the throttle between 80 to 150. So I was like doing 80 to 120 most of the time, and then of course in between I did touch 140, 150 as well, and I was pleasantly surprised. When I checked the fuel efficiency, it gave me exact 24.22. 24. So you can just round it off to 24 kilometers per liter. That's the fuel efficiency that I got. Okay, in the plains, riding. Of course, I did not encounter any traffic, thankfully, unlike this. So you can expect, if you do a lot of highway riding and city riding as well, of course you will be riding it in the city. But if you would be only using the bike for your highway runs, expect anything over 20. It would not go down than 20 kilometers per liter. Okay, and this one is running a stage 1 exhaust from Indian motorcycles. If you remember, I had mentioned in my review, in the 2015 review, that the bike is great. It's just that some people would find it a little some people would find it to be too quiet, for their liking. And I had also mentioned that that's nothing that the stage 1 exhaust cannot take care of. So yes, this one sounds glorious. Do you hear that? I'm sure you do. Alright, the clutch lever is stiff. You don't get to feel it, when you're riding on the highways, but in traffic, in such traffic, your hand would start to ache. The clutch is definitely, something not for the one with softer hands. Like, I've been riding for more than 25 years now, okay, and even like my hand is now, it has started to ache. The clutch is bloody stiff, and this thing heats up a lot. Yes, so I was telling you, yes, that the clutch is hard, is stiff. The clutch pull, I mean, the clutch engagement is beautiful. The fueling is absolutely perfect. The fueling is beautiful. Okay, even when so there is even when the bike heats up, there is no drag from the clutch. Okay, and the fueling is spot on. It's beautiful. The 6-speed gearbox is again one of the slickest units, perhaps the slickest on a cruiser. It's a six-speeder, and talking about six-speeder speed, this bike I have touched 190. The speedo shows 200. I have touched 190 according to the speedometer on this motorcycle. So I believe that that's more than enough actually. The best part is that let me just switch over to the RPM and tell you. That's perhaps the last. So I get a thumbs up from an FC25 guy. That's a beautiful bike as well. Guys, please review or please read the review. I've reviewed it for you. You don't have to review it. Please read the review of the FC25 and of course all the Indians. Okay, I'm trying to toggle but it's not working. I'll have to pull over and check. It might be just a small matter of because a little carbon that might need to be cleaned after opening the switch box. This panel, the plastic panel that houses the cluster of switches. Why? Because I got a lot of rain. I got a lot of rain in the hills. It was fun. In fact, I'm wearing my brother's gloves right now. My gloves are still wet. All like not wet, I would say damp. I'm wearing my brother's new gloves. He's sleeping right now. He's not aware. I guess I should be able to, go back home in time before he wakes up. That was not the best move. I guess I'll pull over and have water. It's already 8:30. I need to give the bike back. No, I guess I can have water later on. I'll do, a couple of 0 to 100 runs for you, and then we'll talk about the bike. Okay, yeah. So the bike idles at 1050 to 1150 RPM. Okay, when you start it in the morning. Right now it's hovering at 1050 1100. So that's pretty much it. Uh, let's quickly do a couple of good speed runs, like 0 to 100. I have to keep a tab on the traffic. All right. Let me put all the flashers on. Yes. But I believe it should be in around 4 seconds, 0 to 100 in 4 seconds. I'll do a couple of more, at least one more, and then I'll head back. Alright, so I was telling you that now, okay, coming to the handling, it's beautiful. I already told you that I scraped, I'm checking whether the camera is working. Yeah, it is. So in the hills, I scraped the left and right foot pegs a lot. Indian people at Indian would be happy, okay, because of course they have written that the lean angle is more than the Harley Davidson 48. It's 31 degrees, and in the Harley you get around, I guess, 26 or 27 something, but it's definitely at least 3 to 4 degrees more. The 31 degrees is for sure. I remember seeing that in the on the company website. For the Scout it's 31 degrees, and for the Harley it's around 26 or 27, if I'm not wrong. And the best part is the seat height is lower than the Harleys. Harleys is around more than 700 millimeters, I believe. Still, this bike has better ground clearance. This has 135 mm. Harley 48, it has, if I'm not wrong, it has 100 mm only. So you will be scraping a lot of, speed humps in India. Even on this one, if you are not careful, you would, the underbelly, it would kiss the speed humps. But if you are careful, you can definitely manage, without scraping the underbelly. Now, also one more thing, this has a 12.5 liter fuel tank. I believe the Harley's is 9 liters, if I'm not wrong. And let me just tell you the prices as well. And now just get over with the comparo. The Harley after GST is 9.97 lakh at showroom, and this one is it used to be 1475. Now the price has come down post GST. It is 12.99 lakh at showroom. So that makes it 3 lakh dearer, 3 lakh more expensive than the Harley. And what are the extra bits that you get? Styling is subjective. The Harley 48 is beautiful, but this is, I would say, perhaps the best looking cruiser right now anyway. The XG is great as well, but then as far as, so that's an aggressive motorcycle. That's beautiful, but that's aggressive. And this one is just, this is like I told you in my review, you just want to keep staring at it until it files for, sexual harassment. This is that beautiful a bike. And so this is my pick of the lot, in this segment. And the horn is pathetic. Like every other, import, every other big bike, the horn is pathetic. I know that riders, abroad in UK or the US, in developed nations, they perhaps don't use the horn that much. I guess their horns, would be getting ineffective because of non-use. But then here, we really have to let people know that, okay, so we need that, we need to pass. Otherwise, they'll actually question you, why did you not honk? Anyway, so I was telling you that yes, so this one, by the way, sir, either you can pass or you can let others pass. Thank you. Alright, so I don't know why people scream about their wives or their husbands while they're trying to overtake. You have to overtake, you signal it, and then you gun it. You signal and then you gun it. Okay, this is a gentleman who is indicating that he has to go right. That rarely happens. Alright, so let's take the expressway now. Tab on the RPM. 100 kilometers per hour equates to around 3200 RPM. That's in 6th gear. 3300 RPM. Yes, 33. So I'll do a 60 to 100 in 6th gear. I'll let it come down to 60. Here I go. That is nice. Okay, so I'll try to find the first exit, take a U-turn and go back, because the gentleman, the official rider of Indian would be coming to collect the motorcycle. I have to meet him at the metro station, and I've requested him to drop me back home, because I really would not want to take public transport wearing a rider's jacket and a helmet and everything, because the public transport operator would be a little scared or skeptical. This thing is absolutely stable. Okay, there are no vibes, there are no vibrations, until 110. Okay, at 110 I can feel slight vibrations from the foot pegs. There is nothing on the handlebar. Let's see. Okay, so the handlebar is absolutely immune to vibrations. There are vibrations coming in after 110 kilometers per hour, but only from the foot pegs. There are zero vibrations, on the handlebar, in the tank. Like you can't feel any vibrations from the tank or from anywhere on the motorcycle except from the foot pegs, and that too even post 110 kilometers per hour. Suspension is great, as in it's a little on the firmer side. That's what makes the handling so beautiful of this motorcycle. And if you're riding on roads like these, you will never have a complaint. You will just, revel in the sorted, beautiful handling this bike offers. Okay, this bike gives you so much of confidence in the corners that, even if you've been riding for a couple of years, you would be scraping the foot pegs like, it's like routine in the corners. Okay, let me see what 60 holds. Okay, 60 holds 1900. No, 60 holds 2000 RPM. 60 kmph. 2000 RPM. 6th gear, 60 kilometers per hour, 2000 RPM. And the camera is working, okay. Yes, so I was telling you about the handling. First of all, it's like, it's brilliant in corners. The suspension, again, it's a cruiser. You would not want to do any off-roading with it. But then I have to tell you that, if you're riding at say like 80-100, and even the best of roads can throw some surprises, and those kind of bumps, they definitely will upset the bike. Okay, so you have to, while riding fast, you have to have a strong grip on the handlebars, because the rebound on this one, so the front fork, very nice, dude. turning right and looking on the left hand side. Great. Okay, so this motorcycle, so the front suspension has around 4.7 inches of travel. The rear has 3 inches of travel. But then I don't know, like from my understanding, I believe again. So there are two complaints primarily. First, okay, so first is not really a complaint. Why? Because the taut, the taut suspension actually makes the handling great in corners. So it's not bouncing in corners. That's great. So if I take that into consideration, the rebound is perfect. For mild bumps and all. Because the bike in corners, even in if the road is like this, can you feel it? No. So the rebound is absolutely perfect over there. But in harsh, bumps, like the example that I gave you, you're like cruising at 80 or 100, okay, and suddenly there's a big pothole. Your hand might come off. Thankfully, it doesn't happen with me. So you need to have a firm grip, and you will jump up from the street. You will, the bike will throw you a little bit off. I'm trying to do that motion like this. From the saddle. Perhaps the wheel might come in the air an inch or two. But then yes, that is all manageable. So the only thing is that that's a minor trade-off, for the beautiful handling that this bike offers. Not suspension any day, any day. I want my bike to handle. I want all my bikes, be it a cruiser, scrambler, sport bikes. Of course, they handle brilliantly. So this is, in fact, I did mention in my Scout 60 review. So that's 60 parts sport bike, 40 parts cruiser. This is 69 parts sport bike, 31 parts cruiser. The handling is just brilliant. And I did some enthusiastic cornering, in the dry, in the hills. And the tires did not disappoint me at all. Okay, so I was scraping both, the foot pegs, the left and the right, and I did not face any problem. Still, I would say that, the tires could have been better. Again, having said that, for the intended customer who will be cruising in a straight line, the tires are good enough. The tires are okay. The tires are okay. But then, they could have provided more grip. So guys, if I have left anything, do let me know in the comment section. And if you like it, please hit a like, share it. And if you, of course, there is a scope of improvement. And I'm sure I have a lot to improve upon as far as the video is concerned. So please, if you feel so, give me constructive feedback so that I can learn and improve. And it's goodbye for now. I'll be, putting the video clips of my, riding the Scout in the hills. So enjoy, and thank you so much for watching. Take care. Thank God. Thank God.